say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the South Florida Bulls, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. The Bulls offense will take the field first, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
He'll toss it. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A low line drive and short kick. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So FIU's offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy.
Turning it on! Slippery slide! Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback extends the play. Right on the money. And tackled there by the defense.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right foot.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside and making the big tackle.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. FIU set up with another first down. The give. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to pass, it's Dyer. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. FIU will line up to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Those last 2 runs have been disastrous. Would they dare go to a draw on 3rd and 16? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Panther!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a...
It's a seam wide open. The 40. He's at the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, it's Dyer. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Panthers. He got a step and just dusted the field. These guys are really hitting their stride. stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oklahoma State.
Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Hayden. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Bulls decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Corralled by the kicking team.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
32-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
It's complete to the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Pocket breaking down. A full dive to haul that one in. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Punts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! And they add 6 more
score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Off the play fake. The sure hands. It's Hayden. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Panthers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air, it's Dyer. He's got him in the flat. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Finding open areas. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Panthers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding his strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offenses.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense
throws toward the end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Slings it downfield. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hayden. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Bulls will call on their punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's going for it all. Grabs it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida International. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the route.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They go to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on
brings it in down the left side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Gets away. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayden. He'll work his way down to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulls have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's quick. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Here's the handoff. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. We reach the break. It's FIU with the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. Paul Dalvedale move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the air, it's Dyer. Makes the grab inside the 35. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now on 1st down from the 28. Give to the running back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, FIU. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He'll run it again. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. fair catch is signaled for and made. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Fakes the grab on the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They want that clock to run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bulls line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 30. The Florida International offense is back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Catch in the middle, it's Graves. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. The option look. Now the toss. He's not going to make it. What a job on his defense to stop him in his tracks. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play.